A startling issue is being posed in the brutal world of sports marketing today. How can a young, up-and-coming celebrity sell the second highest amount in the world? Grand Slam victories can provide celebrity, but they don't always translate into respect in the corporate world. And the tennis community received a sharp reminder this week. This is not a story about rankings or forehands. In the shoe game, it all comes down to identification, influence, and who really has the most power. Greetings from the channel again. We're examining a subject today that has allegedly irritated one of the greatest names in the WTA. There are rumors that Aryna Sabalina, the second-ranked player in the world and a multiple Grand Slam champion, is at odds with Nike. The explanation is the stark contrast between Alex, a teenage rising star who is still touring, and the way her products are performing. The disparity is astounding. While Alex's limited edition Nike release sold out in less than 60 seconds, Sabalina's iconic tournament shoes can be seen on 50% clearance racks at US and European stores. We go back to the beginning to comprehend the impact. Nike revealed an Alex-related limited edition. The market was prepared, even though casual fans still saw her as a promising star. Her following base was ready thanks to her relatable story, social media activity, and Filipino pride. They purchased more than simply trainers. They supported her path. What started out as a single drop turned into a worldwide event motivated by connection and identity. In the meantime, Sabalina, a seasoned fighter, was put in an odd situation. Success at in-court wasn't translating into market supremacy. In today's branding world, emotional connection can surpass performance, and storytelling frequently triumphs over awards. And Alex is currently a symbol of that change. Alex wasn't yet well known in Western tennis, even though she received top-notch instruction at the Rafael Nadal Academy. She wasn't participating in the center court finals. Nike then uploaded her shoe to the internet. What came next was unbelievable. Not 60 seconds, not 10 minutes, not an hour. The stock vanished. Pages for checkout crashed. Fans from Southeast Asia, including the Philippines. Energy from large street clothing drops was poured into internet businesses. There was more to this than a sellout. It served as a signal. Alex is not just a sportsman. She is a force. Her shoes were advertised by retailers at 3 times the retail price at the same time. When pictures of Sabalina's merchandise languishing unsold at Nike stores appeared online, it was hard to ignore them. Rows of the identical Nike Zoom GP Turbo model, sitting peacefully on outlet shelves with bright red discount stickers slapped on the boxes, were the outfits Sabalina worn during her most memorable championship moments. It was more than a retail scenario. It appeared to be symbolic. It seemed to be a non-verbal message. On one side, Alex's equipment vanished like a precious gem. The other was the appearance of Sabalina's trademark shoes in excess. It was uncomfortable because of the stark contrast. Additionally, individuals familiar with the tour claim that Sabalina is naturally extremely annoyed by it. It's difficult not to feel sorry for her after reading her resume. She is one of the most feared players in the game today since she has defended her Australian Open title, consistently advances to the semifinals and finals of the biggest events, and dominates with an explosive, high-intensity style. She ought to be in the lead in the commercial race by all conventional measures of merit. Her items should be the ones that disappear in an instant. However, the reality that is emerging paints a different picture. Thus, the question becomes inevitable. Why is this taking place? Why does the global number 2 seem to be locked in the discount department while a teenage emerging star is making waves on the internet? We must dig beyond rankings and examine the inner workings of the Nike machine in order to provide an answer. Because there is no plot or partiality involved. It has to do with strategy. Nike uses a tiered inventory structure that is based on market principles. The brand uses a mass distribution model for a world-class athlete such as Sabalina. They anticipate that she will continue to be highly visible throughout the year. She is a year-round fixture on television, signifying presence and dependability in competitions. Nike consequently manufactures her iconic footwear on a large scale. Hundreds of thousands of pairs are sold in major retail chains, tennis specialty shops, and shopping centers all over the world. Although this broad availability guarantees consistent income, there is a risk involved. Eventually, the units end up in discount racks if even a small percentage of that supply doesn't sell right away. Stated differently, being the trustworthy superstar entails being approachable, and accessibility infrequently generates urgency. Alex is a symbol of the opposing theory of scarcity. Nike understood early on that she had a particularly fervent fan base, especially in the Philippines, where strong athlete loyalty and emotional ties drive customer behavior. They limited supplies rather than oversaturating the market. They purposefully created scarcity by releasing her sneakers in a strictly regulated limited edition. The outcome was strong yet expected. The one-minute sellout became the tale itself as a result of the collision between high demand and limited supply. More value was created by the story of immediate success than by months of consistent sales. There was more to this than just product sales. The goal was to create a moment. Sabalina consistently moves units. Alex uses exclusivity to create waves. While one fosters short-term chaos, the other represents long-term stability. This is where the more profound change is evident. The formula for sports marketing was straightforward for many years. Get awards and the market will come. At the checkout counter, success was directly correlated with success on the court. However, that formula has changed in the age of social media. Influence is no longer determined solely by performance. These days, relatability, storytelling, and identity have equal, if not more, influence. Nowadays, consumers purchase more than simply equipment. They are purchasing connections. They are making investments in emotionally compelling stories. Alex does more than just sell shoes. She stands for ambition, pride in one's culture, and a feeling of community. That a product becomes a symbol when it is emotionally aligned. Furthermore, symbols move more quickly in the current market than data ever could. Alex is more than just a performer. She stands for a country. When a Filipino admirer purchases her shoes, it's more than just a transaction. They're welcoming a closer bond. It has to do with belonging, it has to do with pride. It has to do with identity. The product stops being functional and instead becomes symbolic. They are purchasing more than just trainers. As an outward manifestation of their global image, they are investing in patriotism. Instead of being a business transaction, it becomes an emotional one. This type of attachment is strong, and in contemporary marketing, emotion frequently triumphs over accomplishment. Despite her power, Sabalina lives in a far more complex environment. She is from Belarus, a nation whose geopolitical ties unavoidably influence how the world views it. Beyond that, intensity, strength, and unadulterated anger are key to her personal brand. Characteristics that excel on the court don't always translate into appealing lifestyle choices. It's not always necessary to sell culture in order to win games. Nike seems to be having trouble transforming her on-court dominance into off-court appeal. And the holes are beginning to be noticed by fans. Where is her distinctive identity? The Sabalina Tiger lifestyle line is where? Where are the partnerships that combine fashion and performance? Fans can clearly see the difference between her circumstances and those of celebrities who receive fully customized merchandise. Instead than wearing genuinely customized outfits, she frequently wears altered versions of conventional equipment. Additionally, the market starts to view champions as ordinary products when they are promoted as such. History demonstrates the potential risk of this dynamic. Athletes relocate when they feel underappreciated in the marketplace in order to pursue ownership and notoriety elsewhere. Roger Federer famously departed Nike. Similar changes have been made by other celebrities at large companies like Nike in an effort to improve their personal branding. You run the risk of being a component of a large system rather than a focal point unless you are at the absolute top. This might turn into leverage if stories of Sabalina's annoyance are true. A story is taking shape. While Sabalina's items are on sale, Alex sells out right away. In discussions, that disparity is really noticeable.